Once you've downloaded Sketch Nation and you're inside the app, first off, you're going to be clicking on Create a Game. This is where you get to select your genre. Like from our previous slides, there's 10 different games that you can pick from. Let's say that I was going to pick an up-jumping game. So right here in your selection mode, your creation style is at least pick your game to advance. If you click it to advance, then that means you can create different levels and you can have more creativity with creating your video game. For the graphic style, it's best to hit HD, and as you can see from the example pictures, it shows more details with your characters and obstacles. And then once you click the advance and then also the HD setting, then you can click on create your game. Inside your create a game, this is where you can design your levels, background, player, obstacles, power-ups, and your enemies. This is where you can also put the time where you want to do different types of points and what you want to allow inside your game, allowing your game to be copied, and this is where you can also edit the name of your game. So for right now, let's say I'm going to make it into example 1. And I'm going to save my game. Let's start off by creating my character for the player that's going to be inside my game. So this is what Sketch Nation has already designed for you, this little alien. But let's say I didn't want to play with this alien. So I'm going to click on the picture, and this is where it allows me to draw inside the game. So if I wanted to draw a picture, I can most certainly pick on the color picture, and let's say that I wanted to make this character making a triangle. I can adjust the size on the bottom. And if I wanted to add a face to it, and then once I've designed my little character, I can click on done in the upper right, and I can just test out to see if I like this character by clicking on play. So far this is an up jumping game, so I have to tilt my device to have it move from left to right. So this is where it moves it, and I'm playing with it, and I'm just checking to see if I like this design character. If not, if I want to continue to keep on editing the game, I can clicking on back, and where it says edit game, I can go back to my player, and let's say that I did not like that character. I'm just going to erase it. I can clear it out. And the next thing I can do is I can click on options. Let's say that I found a picture on the internet, or I drew something on a piece of paper. I took my time, maybe I used markers, color crayons, pencils, or anything like that. Maybe that you're very artistic. If you took a picture of it, you can upload a photo. So for me, I recently just went on the internet and I saw that I want to create a frog. I have a frog into the game. So then what I can do, what's probably best, is if I click on eraser and I click on the size 2, I want to try to get as close to this frog as possible, so that way it's not going to look like a cube when I start playing it. Because the more that I delete it closer to the frog, then I can see more of the background, and I can actually, it just makes it look nicer too. So I'm going pretty quick. You just take your time. Remember, you're designing your own video game. You'll later on present this. A lot of the times is when you're designing something, you try it once, see if you like it, go back and edit. You see what you like, you try to continue to make it better. That's the design process. So let's say I just scribble with this and I hit done, and now I want to test it out. Even from this example, you can see that the background is moving from behind. So I can click on play. You can still see the white spots around the frog, so that tells me that I can continue to erase it even more, but I can try and test it out. So far, I like this. Mean frogs like to hop. I can see that there's a different power-up that happened too. Okay, so I'm done creating my character. So I continue to move on, continuing to edit different parts around my game. So this is where I can create a background. So just like with the player, I can edit once by clicking on the picture. And this is where either I can fill the background to one solid color. Let's say that I want to make it black. And this is where I can design it however I'd like to. Let's say that I actually just want to draw this, not use a picture from the internet. Let's say I'm going to make the background at night. Maybe it's a starry night. So I can see my background is giving me an example. If I go to background scroll, I can change the speed if I want to. For this one, I'm going to click on medium. If I check on tile background, I can make my stars even smaller. So again, whatever you like as the game, whatever you think other people would like as the game, because at the end you'll present it to your classmates. Let's say I want to do a 2x2. I can check it out. Here are my stars. Okay, I notice that there's red balloons for my power up. Let's say that I want to add something different. I keep on clicking, editing the game. I can add different obstacles. Here's a power up. I can edit the power up. So let's say with my power up, I want to make it into a fly. Maybe I want to make it butterflies. And that's what the frog is going to eat for his little power-ups. See if I like it. Okay, do you see that there's still some white spots to this? So I can edit and color this. Again, I'm going super fast with you. I hope you go and take your time. Make this into your own game. Make this different style. So now I can see my power-ups. As you can see, I'm going super fast. The outline of that with my butterfly, it's on the outline of it, it's black. My background is black, so it's kind of hard to see it inside the game. I would probably want to find a different picture. Maybe I want to find a cartoon fly or a cartoon butterfly to make it look a lot nicer. This is the different parts where you can make enemies. You can also add different types of levels to it too. Level 1, level 2, level 3. And this is where you can edit to see how many objects do you want in the game. Maybe in level 2 you don't want to power up. It's up to you. And this is where you can also add sounds to your game. You can change the level number. But let's say you want to not use level 2, you can also always remove it and delete it. It's up to you. So I would say just take your time, play around to each and every one of it. It's the design process. You have to go in there, you have to try it out, and you have to see what you like about it. This is your game. Be proud about it. Take your time. Reach out to your teacher if you have any questions. A lot of the time for you to figure it out is just by trying inside the game. Nothing bad can happen just by trying it out. But don't forget, this last part right here, make sure that you are naming your game. So let's say that now I'm going to call it a frog. Let's say I want to make this game called Froggy Jump. So if I go back, I can go back to my Froggy Jump, or it says Groggy Jump. So there's my game. So that way, if I ever want to go back to this game, I can click on Edit Game. So in the very end, this is what you're going to take a screenshot of and post it to Seesaw. That way your teacher can see this, of what you've worked on so far. Reach out to your teacher if you have any questions.